For immediate release, Tuesday, August 30th, 1977, 9:45 a.m., 8301 West Sunset Boulevard. Record companies drag their feet. Performance and press conference. Roosters, a gold convertible, a money-laden office, the executive suite, the big button on the executive desk, album covers, a gold record, women demanding change. A gigantic graph of the rising rape rate under a billboard of the recording group KISS.
There were three of us, and got in a gold car and drove up and down Sunset Boulevard. And we crowed, and we flapped our wings, and we were just very arrogant. And like we owned the place. We did. Yeah, we moved on to the set, and we had a gold record, and that was real big. And we polished it and we shined it. I mean, that was our pride and joy, and we fluttered all around it, and just really took care of it because that was our gold record.
The advertising community knows the power of advertising. The National Advertising Review Board, an establishment organization, said in its 1975 report, Advertising in Women, that advertising promotes both products and images. Sexual stereotypes used in advertising reinforce those ideas in people's minds.
We're standing under this billboard of the rock group KISS. The significance of being under this billboard, is it because of the album cover?
Yeah, this album cover is one example of what we're talking about. In this case, you have a myth about women wanting to be, it looks like all women here, or many women want to be dominated. In this particular billboard, the men look brutal, they look aggressive, they look militant, and the women are submissive and they're passive.
The boycott has been going on for almost a year now. Would you briefly summarize the success or failures that you think you've felt?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think the main success has been in educating the public and raising the consciousness of millions and millions of people around the country.
Your album show us in chains, our naked bodies bruised, with smiles on our faces while we're being abused. You say that you're sorry, well, ain't it a shame? But you won't make the change for the sake of corporate gain.
Record companies drag their feet was designed specifically for TV newscasts. I wanted to connect art and life in a way that would speak to as broad and as large an audience as possible. Moving millions of people through an art experience, transforming consciousness, and effecting social change were the intentions. To do this, it was necessary to control the transference of the event itself to the TV screen. LA news media were the only ones invited to the event. Camera people were given a shot sheet breaking down the performance into 8 framed sequences. Each shot was composed of words and images that communicated both emotional and factual material in as short a time as possible. To ensure its correct translation by newscasters, they were given a press statement explaining our intent and the significance of each performance image. The success was determined by the fact that it was covered by all LA television stations and shown on the evening and late news, exactly as planned.
I was holding a sign saying love does not mean violence, and I was saying that because there's so many Mexican women that I really know personally that have been abused and totally defined as a woman and everything else because their lifestyle their culture and our culture has always said, go ahead, beat her up, do whatever you want, but if you're married, that's the way you do it, because if you have kids and everything else, and we're subjected to put up with this. I mean, our culture as black women, Mexican women, have always been like that, and I wanted to portray as a different type woman, standing up for herself and saying, we don't have to do this anymore. We don't have to be suppressed or denied our feelings. We can speak up and say that this is crazy, this is totally bullshit, we don't need to put up with this any longer. And I wanted women from all over to hear what I had to say. These men that see, that even album covers, they go to the record store and they just look through the albums and they see, well, it's fine, society accepts it. I mean, they see that women are hung by the hands, and they say, well, that's okay. If my wife gives me any trouble, I'm going to go home and do that to her. I mean, they do that in front of the children, and throughout women's culture, throughout women's lives. I mean, it's always been that the little babies see it, the kids see it. I mean, and then they say, well, that's okay. When I grow up, I'm going to hit my wife. And I think that's really connected because the media is so powerful that they do that all over. They show it on TV, they show it in movies, and the men see it. And they think it's okay.